the pursuit of success, Nandi made desperate choices that cost her dearly. As she faces the haunting consequences, she must find a way to redeem herself and protect her remaining daughters. This is a story of love, sacrifice, and the heavy toll of desperation. Will Nandi find the redemption she seeks? In the heart of a lively African village, where the rhythms of daily life dance in sync with the whispers of tradition, there stood a restaurant known to all as Nandi's Harvest. This establishment, famous for its sumptuous dishes and inviting atmosphere, was the pride and joy of Nandi, a woman whose name was synonymous with both warmth and resilience. However, behind the facade of her flourishing business, Nandi's life was a turbulent sea of challenges, sacrifices, and a hauntingly dark choice. Nandi was the mother of 3 beautiful daughters, Amani, Zuri, and Sisi. Each girl was a reflection of her mother's hopes and dreams. Amani, the eldest, was a bright and ambitious young woman with dreams of becoming a teacher, determined to spread knowledge and wisdom. Zuri, the middle child, harboured a deep desire to become a healer, using her knowledge of herbs and traditional remedies to care for the sick. Sisi, the youngest, was still innocent and full of wonder, her dreams as yet undefined, but her heart full of potential. The restaurant had always been their sole source of income. Nandi had poured her heart and soul into it, ensuring that every dish was prepared with love and every guest was treated with the utmost respect. But as the village grew and competition intensified, the financial strain on Nandi became overwhelming. With her husband having vanished years ago, leaving her to shoulder the entire burden, she felt the weight of their future pressing down on her shoulders. One fateful evening, Nandi called her daughters together. The warm glow of the restaurant's lights flickered across their faces as she spoke, her voice trembling with an emotion she could barely contain. "My dear girls," she began, "we have faced many hardships, but I fear we are not out of the storm yet. I need your help in a way that I had hoped we would never resort to." Amani's eyes widened with concern as she asked, "Mother, what do you mean? We are here for you, whatever it takes." Nandi's heart ached as she revealed her plan. "There are men who come to our restaurant, wealthy men who offer large sums of money for companionship beyond the meals we serve. If you can entertain them, stay with them for the night. It will secure our future." The air grew heavy with silence. The weight of Nandi's words was almost palpable, and the sisters looked at each other with a mix of fear and disbelief. They knew their mother's intentions were rooted in desperation, but the thought of sacrificing their own dignity for survival was unbearable. Reluctantly, and out of a profound love for their mother, Amani and Zuri agreed. They began their new roles, masking their internal turmoil with bright smiles and cheerful banter, each night as they played their part in keeping the restaurant's wealthy patrons entertained. They tried to ignore the growing discomfort in their hearts. The restaurant continued to thrive, attracting more affluent customers who were drawn not only by the exquisite food, but by the promise of companionship. Nandi watched with a mixture of pride and regret as her daughters navigated this difficult path. She counted the money with a bittersweet joy, knowing that their sacrifices were keeping the business afloat. But as time passed, the emotional and psychological toll on Amani and Zuri became evident. Amani's once vibrant eyes grew dim with sorrow, while Zuri's gentle hands trembled with a mixture of guilt and fear. The carefree laughter that once filled their days was now replaced by a somber silence. One fateful night, a man of considerable wealth arrived at Nandi's Harvest. He was older, with an air of authority that set him apart from the usual patrons. He requested Amani's company, offering a sum of money that was more than they had ever received. Nandi's heart raced with the prospect of a financial breakthrough. This could be our chance, she thought, pushing aside her growing unease. Amani, however, felt a deep sense of dread. "Mother, I don't feel right about this man," she said, her voice trembling. "There's something unsettling about him." Nandi, driven by desperation, dismissed her daughter's concerns. "You must go, Amani. This is a rare opportunity. We need this money." Reluctantly, Amani followed the man into the night. The hours dragged on, and by morning, Amani had not returned. Nandi's anxiety grew into panic when a stranger arrived with the news that Amani's lifeless body had been found in a distant field. Nandi's world shattered. The man had used Amani for dark purposes, leaving her broken and discarded. The grief that overwhelmed Nandi was indescribable. She had sacrificed her daughter's future for the sake of money, and now she had lost Amani forever. Zuri, upon hearing the news, was inconsolable. She fell to her knees, her sobs echoing through the empty restaurant. "Mother, why did you make us do this?" she cried. "We only wanted a chance to live our lives and follow our dreams." Nandi was left to grapple with her choices. The restaurant, once a symbol of her success, was now a stark reminder of her failures. She closed it down, unable to continue in the same vein. The realization of her mistakes was crushing, and she vowed to ensure that her remaining daughter, Cece, would not suffer the same fate. As Nandi took Zuri and Cece to a new location, seeking a fresh start, she was haunted by the memory of Amani's and the life they had lived. The new beginning was an attempt to redeem herself, to find a path that honored her daughter's sacrifices. Nandi's story serves as a profound reminder of the cost of choices made under pressure. It teaches us that true success is not defined by wealth or survival, but by the integrity and love we show to those we hold dear. Nandi's journey through regret and redemption highlights the importance of making ethical decisions and the heavy toll that desperate choices can take. As she looked back on her life, Nandi understood that her true legacy was not the restaurant she had built, but the lessons she learned about love, sacrifice, and the price of desperation. Her story is a poignant reminder that while the road to redemption may be long and fraught with challenges, it is never too late to seek forgiveness and strive for a better path. Thank you for joining Jum's journey and experiencing the power of acceptance and resilience with us. If you found her story inspiring, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Stay tuned for more captivating tales ahead. Until next time, farewell.